Hey, it's Rob Reyff Designs, and we're back. And I will show you how I finished up this sign. I had a customer come to me and ask me if I could do a Indian sign for them, and cut it all out and put it together. And I said, well, why not? Let's try it. So I'm going to go through some of the steps, not all the steps of how this was done. Basically, I cut this all on my plasma cutter, but the painting and putting it together, I'm going to kind of go through those steps, and here we go. All right, so like I said in the intro, that this sign, I usually don't make signs all the time, but I was asked to make this sign. I was given the referral from the Indian dealership, which was pretty nice. I had a lady reach out to me, asked me if I could make a sign for her husband. I said, well, sure, I'll go for it. Why not? I'll kind of show you the process of what I did, and hopefully it will help you make signs in your future if you're looking at making a two-layer type of sign or even a three-layer sign. So basically what I did was I cut the sign out on my plasma cutter, which I use a Crossfire Pro, and I designed it where I cut 3 different segments, and this was to help me. Again, let me go backwards. So I had to figure out how to cut this sign because I want it to be layered and to have kind of a cool effect. Basically what I did was I cut the main circle so they could mount it on a wall. That's one thing she requested, that she could screw it into the wall in their garage and it'd be approximately a 2.5 wide sign. So then I cut this portion out on my plasma cutter, and I cut these so that these would cut first, and then secondly I would cut the numbers out after the fact. And these are held on with 3M tape. They're a VHF tape, or VHT, excuse me. But I had some 3M tape left over, and this stuff was awesome, man. It's a dual-sided tape, stronger than heck. So I ran the tape around on the inside, I ran the tape on the outside, got my things lined up, got it centered, and then boom, put it down. I did center it off of, to allow me to center this piece. What I did was I used the old numbers and letters that I had cut out and basically set them up as my point of reference so I could get this sign on after and to be perfectly aligned. When it's freshly painted too, you know, I'm just trying to get it to where it's perfectly. I've got it's probably about 1.25 inches round. I used tape, so I taped around this and gave me a segment in all 4 corners to get it aligned. So like for example, I put the D here, so I had different reference marks so I could actually put this piece down on top. Now again, I'm not selling this to the public, it's just a commission in a sense. The lady wanted for her husband for their garage. And so I'm going to go through the next process, kind of show you my thought process of it. See how cool it looks at the very end of it. Next, with what I did was I cut the Indian head out, and I'm using my Indian head as my reference point for all the pieces that I will be filling in, so I'll have a 3D effect. I'm sure there's easier ways to do this. It's the effect that I wanted. I want it to kind of pop. I took the metal. This is just regular mild steel. It probably would look better with aluminum, but it's what I had around. Basically grind it, put some clear on it. This I used some hammer tone, black. It's got a sparkly look to it when it's in the sunlight. And then this, what I used was some, it's not Rust-Oleum, but next, after I got all these pieces cut out and I figured out where they all went, I grinded these also and used the Duplicolor metal cast. I love this for a spray paint and to keep costs somewhat low, although this stuff isn't cheap. It's about 18 bucks a can, but it lays out well. The blue lays out well. The purple lays out like garbage personally. I wouldn't use purple unless you're putting it over a base. And then the clear is a 1K clear, Duplicolor. It's actually a pretty nice clear for being a spray can. I'm not a big spray can guy, but for this high gloss finish, it actually comes out pretty nice. So I'm pretty happy with it. It's good, really nice effect and really a nice shine. So basically, after cutting this template, I guess I would call this, I cut out the inside portion, and then I cleaned up my piece, which I'll put this piece back into the main ring over here, and we'll start putting all these pieces in. And then I'll pop this out, and it should be basically an Indian in the sign. That's the next step that we'll be taking. Also, before I forget, I wanted to also remark on that each of these pieces that I painted, I pre-staged the 3M tape on there. You can see there's a little M there. I pre-staged the 3M tape after grinding each piece. That way I could paint it, which you can see all my painting going on. That way when I'm ready to go, I just pull the tape off, the 3M tape. As you can see, I'll pull off the 3M tape, and then I'll stick it in its position. For example, this one will go. So after I pull that off, I'll put it in its position, pop it down in its position like so, and I will lay all this out. Then I will pull this off, and you'll have that as its remainder piece. It should look pretty cool. We're about to put all that together. All right, so I'll place my piece that I cut out. And what I noticed on the bike is that the nose of the Indian dude, Chief, is basically parallel to the nose. All right, so that needs to come down a little bit. Okay, so we placed our template in, and now basically we're going to start filling this in. At the end of it, we should be able to pull that Indian guy out of there. Excuse me, pull the Chief out of there, and it should be done. And basically the sign will be done at that time. So start filling her in. I said I have the 3M tape on the back side. I've already pre-staged these. I'll do the big piece first. I like how it's placed. Sometimes this can be a pain to start, and you just start pulling. So after I get all this off, we'll put everything in place. For this, I'll probably just speed it up so you guys can kind of see what I do and how I put it in, and then we'll finish it up. All right, here we go. All right, so we finished the sign, putting it in. We saw how I did that with the template. The template for me was the easiest way to get all of that in there and know exactly where to put it at. So with that, the sign's basically done. I'm going to take it back outside and see how it looks outside. The idea is to have it in the garage when you have light coming in, you know, from the sun, and it kind of sparkles, and we'll see what the effect looks like outside. All right, so the sign's finished. We got it outside, and it sparkles with all the grind marks, with the candy on top of the actual grind mark of the red, and the offset of this hammer tone. I think the sign looks great. I'd be pretty excited about having this in my house. Again, it's about 2.5 wide, so as big as a tire, as you can see. And I think it just came out great. Hopefully this helped a little bit, how to do a 2-stage type of sign, if that's what you're looking for. It's what I did. It's the only thing I could come up with in my head how I want to do it easiest. And so hopefully with that, this helps and you enjoy it. If you like more content like this, let me know down below in the comments. If you like what I've been doing lately on the channel, please subscribe and like it. And more will come. All right. I'll see you soon. Later.